Yep.
Probably the first thing they've heard.
Probably the first thing they've heard. Of course not.
Not yet.
Not with the
You've
numbers.
got a thumbs up already somehow.
No.
Oh no, 0 0. Yeah, it's because we haven't been waiting. The notification be coming through. I haven't even got it yet, or is my phone already beat with the notification? It takes usually a minute or so. Yep, notifications there.
No one yet. 30 seconds, 40 seconds of dash, and you haven't gone on. Oh, we're going to reach a minute. No a dash. No Melissa. Oh, Melissa wins. Good morning, Melissa. You beat him, Melissa.
Good morning, guys. How is everyone at home today? Well, how is Melissa at home today, I should ask. We're running late as always.
That's right. But you know what? We'll have to do it later.
Morning, all you beautiful people. Thank you for joining us today. It's a really nice day here in Canberra so far.
You ever notice ones that go missing are always never any factor. I mean, not saying anything against bigger girls, but it is never ever.
Megan's just like, she's beautiful. Like one of my girl that goes.
Good money, mate. Good money. Good money.
He's in Melbourne, my friend.
Not normally.
No.
Oh, I'm a security guard, so. Well, better sit back here, I'll see.
No. No, we're starting to get the public on our side now. I don't think we need to. Sorry?
What's the name? I can forget their name.
Annette.
Annette! Annette, there's going to be no one here in the car park. No.
I'll let you handle the big brother.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. I don't need this battery, do I? You've got the good one?
No, I've got the good one now. Oh, Martin's carrying it down for us.
Yep. Yeah, check I've got the keys in my pocket. Yeah. What's the matter? Yeah, it's alright, I haven't got shoes on either. I just realised that as well. I went, oh, I haven't got shoes on.
It's all good. What's the car plate, Mike?
Have a great day.
Those signs, I swear.
Oh yeah, they definitely help, because then the more times they read it, the more we realise that we're not here for any other reason than the good of the people.
When they have a shot at us, what are they doing? They're having a shot at us. But, children's safety.
Children's safety, yeah. You know, last year it was 68 Children's Day. When I told Grant Blewett this, Grant Blewett goes, "Yeah, but some of them are found.
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them are found. It's proper. These are,
Yeah, some are found that have been fucking damaged in this.
Yeah,
They went through.
some of them are damaged, but some of them, yes, okay, they're at grandma's, or they're fucking, you know, their mates or whatever. But that's only some of them.
What about the other?
When is some good enough?
The ones that are found at grandma's or their mates say they weren't taken by these pedophiles.
That's right. They just
What about all the other ones that you go to from?
you don't find, you don't see again.
How can you lose children with all the technology? They've got all the cameras everywhere and all that.
I sat down in the mall yesterday I think it was. And from where I was sitting, I counted 14 cameras from where I was sitting. And if I stood up and moved a little bit more, I could see even more of them, because of some of them behind poles and that. Why do we need 14 cameras?
I know.
And yet we can't. Yeah. When a kid goes missing, we can't work out who it is. But you notice that when they have their imaginary bomb threats and stuff like that, they can all of a sudden they find the guy wearing the backpack and what colour his backpack was and his movements and where he went from and where he came to. And why is that? Because well, probably because they planned it to start off with. He's one of them. But yeah, because of all these cameras, they can, we better actually go and find out where. But when it's your car goes missing or your house gets broken into, all of a sudden they can't work out that the camera down the road, the traffic lights down the road's got a camera on it. But when my car went missing, I said, well, you can work out which way you went by the camera, just at the end of the street. And they went, oh yeah, no, it's really hard to get access to that camera. That was the coppers.
Did I overreach my house a couple of weeks ago? One of the blokes, he had an argument, domestic violence with his missus.
Yep.
I don't know whether he flipped or not. I don't think he really did. She's yelling at him.
Yep.
And her parents run the coppers.
Yep.
9 cop cars turned up to the house.
Yep.
They surrounded his house.
Yeah.
And a fucking police helicopter come in and hovered above my place, watching the whole house on camera. And I'm thinking, this is overreach.
Yeah.
For domestic violence, you kidding? I saw.
Sorry, I'm just going to butt in there. One of my friends was away at work mining, and his missus rang me and she said, someone's in the garage, which is part of the house. So it's her and her 3 daughters are at home by herself. And I said, well, ring the cops. She said, I did. They haven't got anybody available. And I went, what? And anyway, I fucking jumped in the car. I drove 2 suburbs, past 2 RBT set up, and one was at the end of her street.
They couldn't
But they didn't have time to get there when there was someone in the house with her.
Possibly they said they can't get someone out. I said, well, you better get someone out because he's got a fucking 57 in his hand.
Well, that's what one of the coppers said, because when they finally turned up, I fucking tore strips off them, and he said, just say they've got a gun. He said, you'll have more coppers than you know what to do within seconds.
Well, 2 weeks ago, I was driving home from.
But why does it have to be? He has a gun. There's a guy, somebody, don't know who, somebody in the house with a woman and 3 girls.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be there, and yet they don't come unless he's got a gun.
To raise revenue by RBT.
Yeah, so they can keep the RBT going down the road.
Well,
They couldn't
Oh, that's how the cops got there. They followed me because I went past that RBT. They fucking Mark 6, and they followed me, and that's how the cops got there. And they wanted to charge me for speeding. I fucking tore strips off them. Funny enough, they decided not to charge me for speeding because they know what would happen if it ended up in the courtroom.
Yep. All those hoppers with the silver shit around the brim of their cap.
Oh yeah.
And all the bits.
Yeah. mate, I tore strips off one the other day. His KPI must have been due. So he went down to the place where the guys pay to put their cars and do wireless drifting, right? It's a drift course. And all these guys turn up there on a Saturday and Sunday and they pay their money and they get on the course and they do their drifting, right? Not on the street, in the right place with the with the ambulance and all that sort of stuff. And he was down there, he was booking the young guy for obstructing traffic because his trailer was a little bit too far out from the curb. And I fucking pulled up and I went, "You're a fucking scum." I said, "You're out here raising money, aren't you, mate?" He said, "What are you talking about?" And I said, ripped it into him. He goes, "You better move on, I'll get you for obstructing traffic." And I said, "Well, you're obstructing traffic with your car." He says, "I've got my lights on." I said, "Legislation states that those lights are for an emergency only. There is no emergency here. You are breaking the law and you are obstructing traffic." And then in the end, he just went, "Oh, just piss off," because he didn't like it. He was there raising money because his KPIs were due for the end of the month.
Yeah.
How can I get my KPIs up? I know, I'll go and harass the drifters who are doing the right thing by going to the drift track instead of doing in someone's, industrial area.
The government caused it, or we used to have Fraser Park Raceway down in June,
Yep.
where all the hoons and everybody they were allowed to go out there, do skids.
Yep.
They had a place where it was safe.
Yep.
We had the drags.
Yep.
In Fairburn.
Close them down, close them down, close them down.
Closed it all. Same with the Gold Coast. They had
Yeah, and Brisbane and this was
motorbike tracks around Canberra.
Yep.
Them all out.
Yep.
You wonder why those kids ride around in unregistered bikes with no helmets on.
Yep.
In the street.
Yeah. Well, I had one with my son one time. We were out in the forestry, helmets on, bikes. My bike was registered. His was a little PB50. Can't register that.
Forestry. Well, you can't do that.
No. Copper turned up on his motorbike and he's like, "Oh, you can't do that. I'm going to have to, write you out." And it was my problem. And I said, "Well, no worries, mate. You write that out, but just put your address on the back of it for us, will you?" He goes, "I'm not putting my address on there." I said, "Well, how else is he going to get the number of your street so I can give him a rattle can of paint and come around and paint your fence for you?" I said, "Because if he's not doing this, he's going to be pretty bored." And I said, "I think a good solution would be to spray paint your fence, wouldn't it?" He goes, "Well, that's a bit smart, isn't it?" I said, "Well, just fuck off. He's not hurting anybody. He's not hurting anybody. He's doing the right thing. He's got a helmet on." I said, "The bike is unregisterable because it's only a little PB50. I said, "It's probably lucky to do 5 k's an hour."
Tickets to fly through there doing 60 and 80 in an 8-kilometre zone.
Yep.
Called him up and I told him who I was, off the security of the park. I said, pretending to be a security guard in the park. I said, "No, mate." I said, "I'm not a licensed guard." I said, "How's about pulling some of these people up and telling them to slow down?"
What did you say to that?
It's not my job.
My job. It's literally his job.
Mate, the road that comes through here is a main road. It's not part of the caravan park. So, yeah, it is your job.
It's literally your job.
And he just shakes your head and I said, "You know what? You're fucking dismissed. See you later."
You're dismissed.
Get going, mate.
What have we got here today? Oh, it's lovely and calm. The dogs have been down here already. Look, it's all nice and wet. No navy today. I did. Nice. Good work. On ya, Corey. Any link to that one? So Nigeria's benevolent government is liberating them if Nigeria is liberating the people of their cash. Nice of them. Melissa. Rick.
Morning, all.
Daniel. Got a yellow feather today. Maybe we should give this to a few people who don't have a sign and don't want to stand up. Not on our cause, guys, over there. Over there being the Governor General's. Hi, Daniel.
Marty said he'll do the proclamation if no one will.
Okay, Marty, you're up on the proclamation.
All your words are here. You all make your own choices. We are bringing proclamation. Yes, thank you everyone.
Stand fast! Hats off if you're not in uniform!
That was coming next.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Governor Dennis.
Morning, Governor! They went with songs into battle! They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow old as we to the left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. And at the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
I assisted Karma in his payback, remember that?
Karma is speaking the truth. I don't see how that works. Karma and the truth.
Your Unexcellency, the Dishonourable David Hurley. As the Governor General of this nation, this letter is a direct appeal from an ever-growing cohort of Australian people, both here and at home. We call on you to action the public reveal of the unredacted findings in the police report from the Wood Royal Commission, 1995 to 1997. The Wood Royal Commission, as catalogued with the Police Integrity Commission, resulted in a 90-year suppression order containing 28 names of the alleged pedophiles of prominent stature, including judges, government officials, an ex-Prime Minister, and others, frighteningly enough. That our Australian government has made no attempt to undo the 90-year suppression order for the supposed safety and well-being population is unacceptable. Revisited again in 2015, the Senate Legal and Constitutional Affairs Legislation Committee meeting, the then Senator Bill Heffernan delivered the same request for the findings to be released to the public. As the Senator stated, it is not so much the secret that is the problem, it is when a group of people such as the 28 on the police report keep each other's secrets. Further, into his appeal, he quoted the Judge of the Day, "We decided not to revisit the issue because the public would lose confidence in the judiciary." Governor General, how can you justify the 90-year suppression order of the police report from the Wood Royal Commission, given that Australian taxpayers paid out roughly $64 million on the case? We have a right to full disclosure of the investigations given that we paid for it. 26 pain-filled years later, we have stood each week since August 30, 2021 at Government House in Queensland, and daily since the 7th of February 2022 here at Yolumba. We are either real victims, family members of victims, or friends of victims of the appalling industry of child trafficking and pedophilia. We the people also require the individual honoured with the position of the Governor General to uphold the requirements of the Office of Governor General and inquire why the Governor General has not stepped in with the obvious police overreach in inhibiting the people peaceful protesting, as is the protected rights of all Australians. It is up to the men and women of Australia to determine their level of confidence in the police, judiciary system and parliament on this matter. Yours sincerely, concerned men and women of Australia.
Yeah! Well said, mate. Thank you.
You broke in 2 virgins in 2 days.
Oh, mate, you've done a brilliant job.
Me yesterday and Marty today.
Good clarity. You've got to talk that way as well.
Yep. Here as.
Thank you, mate.
Governor General David Hurley. My name is Joanne. I have lost confidence in the government, federal, state and local. I instruct you to dissolve the federal parliament and issue the writs for a fresh election immediately. Further, I want all documents that Senator Heffernan produced to the Royal Commission released to the public, unredacted, immediately. These 2 things are not up for negotiation. We will be here every day until you do as instructed.
Yeah.
Every day!
Oh, yeah, he's got the socks in the way, you won't see him. You can still see him up in the corner there.
Hey Hurley, I've been here for over a year, and in that time, there's a few questions that have arisen about your performance. The first question is, where is your denial of the accusations made publicly against you for child trafficking and pedophilia? The second question I have for you is, how come you don't know, after all this time, how to issue writs for fresh elections? What was issued for the Commonwealth elections, the federal elections, was actually incorrect, illegal, and had no basis in law or the Constitution. Thirdly, what do you call that statement made by the person supposedly who won a flawed election when he was supposed to do the oath of allegiance before you? I listened to it and I still don't understand how that qualifies as the oath of allegiance. Maybe you can enlighten us. Yeah, maybe that's the point. Maybe it was an election. And then we've got your answer to a letter, but it's not even signed by you, so I'm wondering what you're so busy doing that you couldn't be bothered to put your signature on an important letter. And then there's the question of you not having any authority to intervene with a royal commission. And we know from the legislation and the licensing that the royals gave to set up your position that that's absolute bullshit. So I'm wondering how you can justify lying in writing to the Australian people. And then we have the fact that for over 12 months, we have been asking you to do your job. And I'm wondering what the problem is. Is it that you are deaf? Is it that you do not hear us every day? Or is it that you are taking really, really bad advice to ignore us and we will go home? How's that working out for you, Governor?
He won't answer because he doesn't want to incriminate himself.
Yeah. See, I also understand from a legal perspective that silence is the same as consent. It's called assent. So my question is to you is, by your silence, are you assenting to these high-profile people accused of pedophilia? Are you part of the problem? And then there's the illegal AFP interaction with us. For more than 12 months, they at times have acted totally illegal, definitely unconstitutional, and you seem to remain silent. Is there a reason for that? Are you the one giving the orders to the AFP to get rid of us out of Canberra and violating our human rights to peacefully, politically protest against you for your inaction and what seems to me your corruption? So Hurley, do your job. The question of not answering us and remaining silent. Well, actually, in that letter that was produced and sent to us, either be on your behalf or you helped draft, actually didn't deny the fact that the 28 names existed. It just said you didn't have the power over the commission to bring them to light. So by saying that, instead of saying that they didn't exist, you obviously realise that they do exist and they are a government document signed by the QC, received into government. It's a police report. It's not a handwritten document with no names on it, as the narrative is trying to push out there. Another little slide underhand Very good at it. Well done, guys. We see through your pictures. We see through your holes. We see through the round window. So, thank you for acknowledging the 28 in your letter. And we know that the legislation to do with Royal Commission says that you have the ultimate power over all Royal Commissions because you are the representative of the Royal in this country, supposedly.
Yeah, exactly. Which one now?
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for your time, Governor General. We will see you tomorrow, as we have done previously for over a year.
What's to have a meeting with someone who doesn't want to hear us? Maybe some other time.
You know we're here around 10 o'clock most days. We are quite open to negotiation. Come and talk to us personally.
Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Never got a job, never wore a mask. 2 years go past and we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They raided the camps, done all the camps. Who keeps at the camp, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They broken the roads, broken the law, but can't break the spirit now. We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They smashed my car and locked me up, but I'm out on bail and I'm still here. They try so hard. We try not laugh. They turn my car, the next day's back in the same car park. These cops ain't smart, I'ma make a drop this charge. Son, you watch, we take it back to the start. No D's, no titles, no trespass. Now we charge you, tables are turned. We come with a proof for all the assaults, all the abuse. Nobody gonna come cut you loose, knock knock. Yeah, who at the door? Makada, bring on the storm. Library to epic, thought we were gonna regroup and come back to the front lawn. Yeah, we're still here, still ain't got no fear. We will cry, still ain't shed no tear. The sense of we still here. Is that all you got? We take on you mob, we unite. You don't call the shot, sovereign's been here all along. And they're still here, yeah, they're still here. Return of the sovereign, but they never left. Yeah, they're still here, yeah, they're still here. Yeah, they're still here, the oldest civilization. It's been how many years? They're still here. Need your support for the new way these war is fought. Outlaw worry for the law and in June income war accords. Gotta cut out the cancer, yeah, that's what the plans are. Walk with the elders, they got the law, we got the numbers, that is the answer. Yeah, we're still here, yeah, we're still here. Never got the jab, never wore a mask. 2 years go past and we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, yeah, we're still here. They raided the camps, done all the camps. Who keeps at the camp, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They broken the roads, broken the law, but can't break the spirit now. We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They smashed my car and locked me up, but I'm out on bail and I'm still here. They see us come, we see them run. Now we are one, free our daughters, free our sons. Yeah, they're getting scared. Front line, you can bet I'm there. Even when we're gone, our spirit lives on. Yeah, we ain't going anywhere. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Never got a job, never wore a mask. 2 years go past and we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They raided the camp, found all the camps. Who kicks at the camp, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They've broken the roads, broken the law, but can't break the spirit now. We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They smashed my car and locked me up, but I'm out on bail and I'm still here.
Thank you.
He might fall off the road, bike and break a couple of ribs.
Wildlife carers dropped it off in a box, walked down and released it. So someone handed it in, into the parents. Spent the day trying to get it to go on the lake, and look after it, put it in the car to sleep over it. No box, but anyway, he cracked all over me bed. That's all right. Doesn't matter. But we found it's easy to clean up. But Michael Turner.
Nothing to do with the wife and there. Hey Christine. What's that? Your KFC friend did nothing but complain how we were mean to her on the stand instead of talking about the trial. She's just complaining how everybody was being hurt.
So that's why our thumbnail was the duck.
And then Christine says to the wife,
I got a photo from her yesterday. And the troop, me and out the troop, because the troops don't have a roof on it, so they can go in and out through the wall. We just go like, I don't know, try and get him going to the lake, get him going to the lake. He was drinking water. But it's so happy, it's such a lovely duck, it just follows you around like a little puppy. Gabby would have loved the duck too. Exactly, at least it doesn't think it's a bird. No, it was great. I need to save the day. Works itself out, how it wants to live in its life, it can go wherever it
well,
wants.
if they doing what they're telling them to do, there's no reason they are taking the in that role. No reason to have any other report other than safety.
Just the love of it all. So while he's walking around the car park yesterday, we didn't film him, we should have filmed him a bit more, but every time there's a dog walking, oh, watch out for that. No one attacks it. Well, the problem is, you was hanging around ducks, it might have worked out, well, that's what I've got to do.
Oh.
Obviously, it was weird from a chick or something. Yeah, maybe when they found the chick. Yes, yep. Well, they're not wanting creatures, but it's alright. He's safe and happy at the moment, so.
Saturday night I walked down there.
What a change it's made over the weekend. Like, on the morning on Saturday was awesome. We had
Trying to figure out who it was.
Reed and Rob came back and we were like,
Yeah, so they all know that he's had his collarbone broke, but no one knows who did it. Funny that, because they want them charged. That's actual body. That's actual. No, yes, I don't understand. Yeah, no, no, no. That's what you think that but that's actual body. But then we had Ren have a big one, right? And we identified the guy, and he's more than likely a police officer. And they won't charge him. Well, they said that he came charged first. He came first, charging him first. With what? With verbal abuse. I thought he said that. Assault claim. Punched her in the face. What? 64. And he was sitting in his car. He walked over and was asking what he was doing. No matter how you ask them, someone's shooting ball bearings at you. You can ask any way you want. Well, I think probably the car was out of
A Dash. You went first, Dash. What happened? There's plenty of people here that have been had their bank accounts blocked, guys. Don't think that hasn't happened. There's quite a few people here have had their bank accounts blocked. Sorry guys about the shaking around, but I just had to put the legs in, otherwise when I walk I hit the ground and it's annoying.
Can we just tell the duck's doing really well?
The duck's doing good, guys.
He's happy with the chickens at the moment. He's living a happy free life.
You know, you know what amazes me? Yeah, my uncle was a Parks and Wildlife officer. Now he didn't really finish school, but he was the right sort of person for that job, and he was really good at his job. Now you can't get into Parks and Wildlife officer unless you go to uni, and obviously at uni they don't teach you that a domesticated animal can't look after itself in the wild. You don't just take it back to the lake and drop it off. This is how stupid our education system is. They can't even teach you that an animal that's brought up in the domestic world cannot fend for itself, and in fact was getting attacked by the magpies, etc.
A homeless guy was looking after it, trying to teach it to swim on the lake.
A homeless person was teaching it to swim in the lake. How is that? That's how smart our Parks and Wildlife officers are. A homeless person even realises that you can't just drop an animal at the lake.
I'll just put this with it in case you need to talk to them for a bit longer, brother.
How indoctrinated is our system?
Cheers, brother.
You got to go to uni. You've got to have a degree to be stupid.
A degree in stupidity. Well, look what happened in nursing. That went to shit when they put it in the unis with no practical.
Oh yeah, my ex-partner is like I said, 18 years of RAF medic, 13 years of nurse, ICU nurse. She couldn't believe how useless they were when they came.
Look, I was a senior nurse when they started the uni thing, and we all went, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because people who are good at passing exams and assessments.
Yeah.
And then I was an RN at the age of 23. I was an RN at Redcliffe Hospital in charge of a ward because we were trained to do it.
Yep.
Not the charge system, but on the weekends and pre-surgery nights and that. I was there, and they're sending us this supposedly fully qualified registered nurses. They were dangerous. I even told the supervisors, please don't send them to be a senior nurse.
No. All they're good at is night watch, where they sit in the corner watching their TV while everybody's sleeping in case the alarm goes off. And then they have to go and get someone who knows what they're actually doing then. What was happening with most of them, my ex-partner was finding out, was that most of them were there to climb the ladder into the managerial role straight away. So they didn't actually have to do anything. So that they didn't, one of them even turned up when her patient had diarrhea, and she said, "Oh, I don't do poo. I don't clean poo. You're a nurse. You clean poo. If there's poo, you clean it. You do
That's the
whatever."
problem. None of them have ever scrubbed the pan roof.
No, that's all right. This is how stupid we are in this world. We are actually teaching people to be stupid and telling them it's okay. How do we do that? Things like participation awards. Why is a participation award bad, you say? Well, because then the person doesn't strive to do better. We have first, second, and third. Now, you remember when you were a kid, striving to get up into those zones. You know, we don't score kids anymore to a point where they can fail. You virtually cannot fail at school anymore. Why? Because our system is so shit. It looks bad if you have a failure, and most kids would fail. Pretty good teachers we had out there. Guess what? They were smart enough to leave when the time came. I like it when the government said, "Oh, you can come in Queensland." The government said, "Oh, you can come back, but we're gonna garnish your wages for the time that you've been off." And most of them didn't come back, and they needed it back because they had nobody to replace them. We had classrooms with 37 or more people in them, even though their legislation said it can't have more than 25. Sorry for rambling, guys. I can't read the messages, guys. I haven't got my glasses on, sorry. Oh, we've got 31 people watching, 30 likes. I think we need someone to click the like button. Yeah, that's right. Teaching our kids not to have goals, not to achieve, not to strive. That's what they do. If you don't have to achieve, then you. Oops, sorry. Ah, look at that. Likes and what you is the same. Well done, guys. I like to see. We can beat them with their own system. Their little YouTube, whatever you call that thing, algorithm hates it when we're doing so well. Oh, now we're beating the likes versus the watchers. Now we need to find another watcher. Well done, guys. Nah. Yeah. Anyway, like I said. We'll make Australia great again by making Australians great again. We start off with our kids. Educate our kids that striving to reach a goal is a good thing. And it's the only thing that we have. Be it morals, standards. You know, if you don't have goals and you don't have standards, you don't have morals, obviously. You don't have standards if you don't are striving to be the best. And I say to my kids quite often, if you're going to do something, try to be the best you can at it. I didn't say be the best at it, be the best you can be at it. Oh, we got more viewers than likes again. Multicultural Day we had here in Canberra, 3 days running. Guess what? There was no Australian pavilion. Pretty sure Australia's got a culture. Why is there no Australian one? There's all the other different nations which make up our great country, which always have done. Yes, Rip, you're right. I've got my glasses on so I can read, but now I've got to actually watch where I'm going with the camera, because if I look over the top of the camera, there's my eyes inside out because of the lenses on the glasses. Yeah, they are, Michael. They've been gagged as hard as they possibly can. You know, I went to that multicultural festival and I turned up there. You know what it was? The money-making scheme. You know, these countries had the food of the people there, of their people there, right? That's great. I agree. I go for those reasons, because the food of some nations are amazing. But when you're charging $15 for a skewer, or 2 skewers, sorry, you know, you want people to be excited for your culture. There was actually a lemonade stand there, and they had boxes and boxes of lemons, and they would just smash them through the lemonade machine. It was reasonable and it was delicious. The lemonade was not too much sugar. It was a traditional recipe, they said, for lemonade, and they had vodka as well to go with it. I didn't partake in the vodka part, but yeah. Mateship, yeah, and being laid back, and it doesn't suit the culture of the elite scumwine. That's right. They want a culture of lonely slaves and don't question anything. That's right. But when we say laid back, yes, we were a culture of mateship and laid back. But we were knowing that when the time came for the hard yards to get ahead, or things to get done hard, things that needed to be done, then we knuckled down, and we didn't lay back. We worked hard until the job was done. Then when the job was done, we'd step back and go, right, now we can relax, have a beer with our mates or whatever. So the she'll be right attitude, which is the laid back attitude, wasn't she'll be right, someone else will fix it. It should be right, we can relax until there's a problem, and then we'll step up and we'll solve that problem. We'll work hard until it's done with our mates. And you know, if you had a problem, you could call up your mate, go, hey man, I've got a problem. Hey mate, I've got a problem, can you give us a hand? I'd be there for you. Didn't matter if it was the other side of the planet, the other side of the country. They'd come, they'd help, they'd save. We saved people left, right and centre. And nowadays we think that mateship involves donating money to people like Red Cross and stuff like that. You know what? The CEOs of Red Cross and Lifeline and that, they gobble up most of that money, guys. They just consume that money. The different cultures being gagged. What we want to do about it, do we have any ideas? If we're not, yeah, look, how do we stop these cultures being gagged? We promote culture, all cultures, doesn't matter whose it is. You know, there's some amazing cultures out there, and I'm happy to promote them all. Even ones that aren't as amazing as what I think is amazing, the people who are in those cultures too. And you know, I've seen some weird cultures in my time, but you know, they work, and those people's cultures survive so long because they worked. And then quite often tyrannical people came into power and ruined those cultures. That's right. Moral integrity above all. That's why morals and standards have to come first. Yeah, off you go and give her genetic instruction. I know who's posting that. Good work, guys. Like I said, been up in Queensland, I didn't say it today, someone else said it. Been up in Queensland since August 30, 2021. Giving them shit. Yeah. Yep. Alright guys, going to end this stream here today. Thanks for stopping in, and thanks for the conversation. Thanks for the support. We'll continue doing what we do, and you guys continue fighting at home. Have a good one, Daniel. We don't hold back, ever. Ever. The guys here are strong and hard. Yeah, we might have another session open up later, guys, because we've got some work we've got to do. See you, Rip. What we got going on over here? You know that the ambulances got told not to use their sirens lights only because there were so many ambulances going out that people are starting to ask questions. Why are there so many ambulances? Yeah, she'll be right, mate. Have a good one. Yeah, Mike. She'll be right. Let's go hard.